That's not what I was always on about. I just noticed again how good we look.
And it's hard not to comment.
We're so humble here.
We're back with Bob again at the Whisky Heathens World Headquarters right here in Fort McMurray, Alberta, where it's always 5 o'clock. And we're drinking some more Two Brewers. We got release number 33 this time. So we're hoping Bob can tell us a little something something. And we'll talk about some flavors. And hopefully have a good time.
33 is tasty. What else do you want to know?
Thanks, guys. That's a wrap. We got it.
I can smell it from here.
I know.
can smell it
Isn't
from
that
here.
awesome
Yeah.
when you pour a whiskey and you're sitting like 2 feet away from it and it just smacks you in the nose?
Oh,
Yeah.
Is there
Yeah.
corn in this? In the mash bill at all?
No.
no.
I got like
No.
You're
Kenny
getting that
Rogers cornbread
sweetness?
muffins.
Single cask. Okay, so this is persistent peat.
Yes, please.
It's got a lovely sweetness on the nose.
Oh, it's a special finish.
It's got like a kind of a tea leaf quality to it as well.
Like I said, I was just getting like Kenny Rogers cornbread muffins on the nose.
Cornbread
No
muffins?
corn. Yeah, it's the sweetness of the crust on the top, maybe. I don't know.
I like it. This isn't available now, is it? That must be sold out by now.
It's pretty much sold out, I'm pretty sure. It came out in June, if I remember right.
Okay.
And normally we don't do single casks except around Christmas time, and we'll do them kind of November for that purpose.
Yeah.
But we stumbled across this barrel, and every now and then we stumble across one that we go, this
It's ready.
should not sit here.
It's ready.
It should be in a bottle. I don't care if it's June.
Okay.
I know it doesn't make sense, but it feels right.
And this one was at the Canadian Whisky Awards and was the single cask, or the single malt of the year, was a cask strength whiskey of the year.
Cask strength whiskey of the year.
Yeah.
Wow.
And yeah.
It says here using different fermentation techniques and a mix of barrels, malted and roasted barley. So yeah, sherry said. I'm really into sherry, and I'm into that like malty kind of whiskey. And I said this is definitely malty. I like it a lot.
It's got a granular chew to it.
Yeah,
almost.
it's nice.
It is almost in pieces, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, I am gonna add a little touch of water. Just a little, it's 58%, so I'm just curious to see what may happen. That's all. Not too much, just a little sploosh, maybe half a sploosh even. Kind of brightens the nose a little bit. Definitely sweeter and a touch nuttier with the addition of water.
Got a touch of like maple syrupiness.
Nice. It's a winner.
I didn't read anything from it today, but I just want to point out that I love seeing these two things on a bottle. Not that it matters, but we like seeing it.
We
It
like
says
seeing it.
Non-chill filtered, no added coloring.
Yeah, that's something we just won't do.
And if we do it right, this is the kind of thing that sells itself.
You know, that's the reason, like all these different release numbers, is that we're fairly small. We do like 5, maybe 6 whiskey runs a year because it has to interlace with the brewing.
Yep.
And beer is still king in our place.
Yeah, as you said, beer's paying the bills.
Yeah, exactly. So, and each time we do a run, it starts as 10,000 liters of distiller's beer and ends up as 8 barrels. So that's how the math works.
It's a thing of beauty, that is.
So many different distilleries will use vodka and gin to fund their whiskeys. You're funding it with beer, my other love. So.
Oh, nice crack. Oh, nice crack. Oh, nice crack. Oh, nice crack. Oh, nice crack.
And so on, and so on.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's interesting because we talked, well, in fact, when we had to build an addition to the building to be able to house the still. It was just time. We needed the space. And we didn't exactly know what we were going to have for a still, but of course we had vodka on our mind for exactly what you said. So we built the roof of the building with this raised section in it so we could put a taller column. So we made the building as tall as the physical nature of the building would allow, and then we never put it there. Because after we built the building, we said, you know, what beers do we make that sell the best? And the short answer to that is the ones that smack you in the face with flavor.
Yep.
You know, we'll let the big guys make the lighter beers, and and that's
Vodka
fine.
Lime Stout comes to mind.
There you go.
Your oatmeal honey porter.
Let
Big
Bud Light
flavors.
make Bud Light. You know,
You know, and they're good at it.
Right.
So yeah, absolutely. So we're totally fine with that. And we said, you know, so why are we trying to make vodka? when Grey Goose might have a 200 column still.
There you go.
And we made our roof higher so we can get 7 columns instead of 4. Like, it's like me entering my Toyota into a race, a NASCAR race. You're gonna lose.
I know you're upset, but you shouldn't even say that.
I could try as hard as I want.
Oh, let's not knock Toyota here, right?
But it wouldn't be fair to them either.
So we thought, why be a poser and try and,
Hell yeah, man.
So we thought, not only that, the configuration of what we can do speaks to whiskey, but when we go home, if we're not drinking beer, what do we drink? Single malt.
Yep.
It's just as simple as that. That's
awesome.
And we said, someday we're going to retire on this project, either because it sold pretty well and it's going to give us funds, or because it sold like crap and we're going to drink it.
Yep.
But either way, we're going to retire. It's going to be a happy retirement. Either way. So we thought, one of our initial goals was, if we can't make single malt as good as comes out of Scotland, because why can't we?
Exactly.
Then that should be our goal. That should be our measuring stick. Well, last fall we made our first sale of our whiskey to Scotland. So our whiskey is now on the shelf. Our release 35 was the first one.
Wow.
Release 38, our peated, is going over there soon.
That's cool.
So yeah, we're on the shelf in Scotland besides scotches. So
How's it
we thought,
selling, do you know?
Very cool.
So far so good. Yeah, so far real well. I mean, it's
Fantastic.
early days. It's only been over there 6 months or
I always
so.
wondered if
That's so cool.
the Scots would appreciate Canadian whiskey the way Canadians appreciate Scotch whiskey.
I think there's probably some reticence here and there.
Yeah.
And honestly, we killed a bottle on our other episode of the Edmonton Scotch Club stuff, and it's in my cabinet that's the most out of my view, so I don't see it. Because if I see it, I drink 2 Brewers fairly quickly.
That's why I'm taking mine home and I don't leave it here.
You cannot leave it here.
That's right.
But yeah, it's right next to the Scotch. All my favorite Scotches are down in the corner there where I grab the 2 Brewers because I like to savor it. But it's one that I share a lot as well, and people seem to generally really enjoy it. So.
Well, that's great. Like I say, the whole goal was to not be a poor cousin to other whiskeys.
Yep.
And it's funny, my favorite days ever are if we're working some kind of an event and somebody comes up and says, "Oh, whiskey from the Yukon, that's cute. Sure, I don't want to insult you, I'll try a sample." And so you pour them one and they stop and they look at you and they go, "Are you serious?
Wow.
Are you like you guys made this? Are you serious?"
That's what I mean.
Like,
Yukon doesn't come to mind as
100%.
a traditional whiskey making place or somewhere that, like, I think of Yukon Hooch.
Yeah.
Yukon Jack.
Yeah.
Right? These are the things that you think of when you think of the Yukon. Now we need people to think of 2 Brewers.
You set a very high bar here.
Well, it's a bar-setting Canadian whiskey.
Actually, maybe we don't, because
Very
then
cool.
it becomes so rare and it becomes slightly out of
Too
our
late.
price range.
The word is out. The whispers are true. Yeah. The people are pleased, generally speaking. So.
Yeah, we've had great feedback, and at the end of the day, that's we're not out to redefine anything, or we're out to make something that we're proud to put our name on.
Yep.
And it sounds cheesy, and it probably is cheesy.
Cheese inspectors beat the crap out of us.
But at the end of the day, that's exactly where we're at, or where we strove to be. Whether we're at there, that's up to you guys.
And I think the people have unanimously decided that they're right there with you, right? So.
Awesome.
Yeah, you guys are doing all the hallmarks of like legendary whiskeys. Your labels are on par. The information's there. There's the transparency's there.
Oh, perfect.
The taste is there. The stories, everything is about it is just not because you're here. We'd say this if you weren't here. And if it wasn't good, we'd say that too.
We have it on record. The people can see it and they can look at it. We'll put the links in the description. But long before you decided to stop by, we've been enjoying 2 Brewers here. So.
Well, to be honest with you, we're pretty proud of what some others in Canada are doing here in Alberta and in BC and other places in Canada that kind of came to the same conclusion we did, that there's no reason in Canada we can't make whiskey. We make good, no rap against the Canadian clubs and so on. They're fine. They've
got their place, right?
They have their place 100%. And they're good at it. In the same way that Bud Light is real good at making beer, right? But we're trying to build an industry with those guys. So really, they're competitors, but they're partners. So I never mind giving props out to the others in Canada who are doing
You're definitely
single malts.
You're definitely helping put Canadian whiskey on the map.
Between us all, we hope so. We certainly hope that's where we're going.
It was a good time to be a whiskey in Canada.
I would say so.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, hey, once again, we highly appreciate you stopping by and sharing some lovely, lovely whiskeys with us.
Cheers, Bob. Thank you so much.
Bob.
Cheers to you.
And Rio.
Thank you so much.
Two brewers, y'all. Thank you for joining us too. And we'll be back with some beer pretty soon.
Next time you're pouring whiskey, ask me over.
Done.
It's going to be a party of special magnificence.
Awesome. Thanks, you guys. Really appreciate it.
Take care, man. Thank you so much. Cheers, everybody.
Oh, that's so good.
All right.